Hello, my soul friends, and welcome to your tarot reading. My name is Emery, and today I'm going to help you find out who your soulmate is and what to look for. To receive your message, all you need to do is pick one of these 4 piles, and to help you make that decision, there is a flower on each one. We're going to look at each one up close. Whichever one triggers your intuition or interest the most, that is your pile. So, pile 1 is a blue flower. Pile 2 is a purple flower. Pile 3, is a yellow flower. Pile 4 are pink flowers. Alright, if you need to, you can go back and meditate on each pile, but otherwise, once you have your pile in mind, you can scroll down to the pinned comment or the description in the video to go to a link to your pile, or you can use the time bar on the video itself to scroll to your section, whichever is easiest. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello, pile 1, my blue flower pile. Welcome to your reading. We are going to go ahead and get started by pulling one card from the Lover's Oracle to get a general idea of a guiding message about your soulmate or your relationship with your soulmate. So, universe, what would you like pile 1 to know about their soulmate? What is important to know? What is crucial for them to know? Your first card is let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So this is a sign that when it comes to being with your soulmate, you need to be comfortable with the fact that they're not going to want to be with you 24/7. It could be that your soulmate is an introvert or someone with a very intense job or a lot of friendships. And so that could be different for some of you who chose this pile. You may not be used to someone who isn't clingy or who doesn't spend every single moment of the day with you. But the good news is that they will also respect your space. So if you were ever in an abusive relationship in the past, this person is going to be more respectful. And also, you are going to find that instead of quantity of time, this person is really going to focus on quality of time. So while you are going to be doing more things independently, when you do come together, it's going to be so much more meaningful. And for some of you, this could also be a sign that it could be a long distance relationship. So be open to that. It works for some people, but we'll get some more details after pulling some tarot cards from the Light Seers tarot deck. So the first thing I want to do is pull 3 cards to get an idea of what your soulmate might look like or any important traits, and we're going to be looking for both of those things in these cards. So let's pull 3 cards to start with. Universe, who is pile 1's soulmate? Who is pile 1's soulmate? Okay, your first card is the King of Wands. Whoever your soulmate is, they're going to be powerful. They're going to have a lot of passionate energy. They're going to be perhaps a little bit extroverted. They may have physically like bright yellow hair or red hair for their ethnicity. It depends on where you live, but whoever this person is, they're going to be very fiery in appearance. So definitely be very aware of that. They might also be a bit lean too. So let's get the next card. The next card is the 6 of Swords reversed. This is going to be a sign that your soulmate doesn't have dark brown hair. They aren't going to have like gray eyes. They're definitely going to really look the passionate, fiery parts. This is also a sign that this person could be someone you know in your past, or someone from your hometown, or from your culture, but there is definitely something familiar about them, even if you haven't met them before. Your third card is the Tower. This is a spiritually significant match. The universe is really intent on not only pairing you with a soulmate, someone that you can grow with, but also perhaps your twin flame. And especially since we have the King of Wands here, which is this fiery, passionate card, this flame card, it definitely emphasizes the possibility that the universe is trying to push you towards your twin flame. But since it's also a soulmate, this isn't just someone who is your other half. This is someone who has the ability to grow with you, who can have a productive relationship with you. Because there's definitely the case where someone ends up with a twin flame, but their twin flame isn't in a good place, so it's not a good relationship. But that's not the case here. Whoever is your twin flame, your true twin flame, they're actually someone that you can have a very productive relationship with. This could also be a sign for some of you that it is an ex, but someone who has grown, someone who has learned from their mistakes, and is able to have a better relationship with you. So now what I want to do is pull 4 cards to get an idea about any other important messages you need to know about your soulmate, any other traits other than what they may appear as, that's important. So universe, what does pile 1 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 1 need to know? What is most important for them to know right now? Okay, your first card is the 5 of Swords. This is often a card of victory or loss, but in this deck, the person kind of looks a little defeated. So when you meet your soulmate, they may be in a position where they aren't very good. Their circumstances aren't good, so you may be discouraged from pursuing a relationship at the time because you're thinking, well, they don't have their money situation together, or there's something in their life that's a wreck. They may have lost their job, something like that. And so that is something to be aware of. You may want to delay asking them out at first if it's something that can be fixed and you want that proof that they can fix it. But it could also be a sign that you need to look past your biases in order to see the gem this person really is on the inside, because sometimes people are poor, sometimes they have a disability, sometimes they have something about them which is a disqualifier for most people. But if you actually got to know them, you would find that a relationship with them would be amazing despite these cons, right? So be open to accepting something that you would normally think is a disqualifier. So the next card is the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So I do think your soulmate is perhaps making bad investments. That could be the reason why they are currently suffering. And I think if you were to pursue a relationship with them, you could perhaps rein in their fire, because this person is a very passionate person. You could be the logical side, the person who tells them this wonderful idea you have, it's not based on reason, it's not based on, it doesn't have a good foundation. So the reason why you're their twin flame, their other half, is that you are the logical side of whatever their passionate thinking is, and you'll complete each other. So this person is going to make you feel more passionate, and you are going to make them feel more logical. You are going to complete the deficiencies. And I know some people in this pile consider themselves passionate. They don't consider themselves particularly logical, but your soulmate is like an overemphasis of passion. They have so much brilliant flames within them, and it's good most of the time, but perhaps they struggle with work or some sort of like money management, and you would rein in their worst impulses. And this is just something I thought of. This person may dress really, really well. They may be incredibly well groomed and attractive, and the idea of what they think on the outside, what they're trying to present as, may cause them to pick more shallow projects than they should, and you are going to really help them look beyond the surface. You're going to help them really think of what's actually important, what actually matters. So even though, for example, there's like a space between you and them, you are actually going to close that distance a little bit. You are going to get in their life a little bit. Not so much that you crowd each other out and you overwhelm each other, but I do think this person needs to let other people in, and I think they're going to let you in a way that they wouldn't let other people in. So this person is a lion, they are the leader of the pack, but you are going to be their mate, you're going to be their other half, you are going to have proximity that no one else does. So the next card is the Three of Cups. So this person is going to be a friend to you. This person's going to be very affable, they're going to be very charismatic, they're going to be fun to be around. They may also have other friends. So this could be a sign that not only do you become friends with them, but you become friends with their friends. And even if you don't have common interests with their friends, whenever they perhaps come to your house or there's a social meeting, it's going to be a very enjoyable experience. The next card is the Magician. So your soulmate actually can make things happen. I know it can seem like your soulmate is a bit of a loser when you meet them, but think of this person almost like an entrepreneur. They may not be a literal entrepreneur, but they have that entrepreneurial spirit to where they have a lot of good ideas. They just don't know which ideas are the right ideas, and they're trying a whole bunch of different things, but eventually something is going to stick. They have everything they need to be a success. They just need to pick the right thing. And I think once you get into a relationship with them, this person is going to be going from like zero to being a hero. They are going to be a lot wealthier because of a relationship with you. And this is often the case with some people. They don't really get their lives together until they get into a relationship because they need that balance. Their partner, even if their partner isn't intimately involved in their business or in their career, at the end of the day, they perhaps provide some useful advice, or they help the person check their thinking, and that really helps the person to act more reasonably and to make better decisions. So even though your soulmate has their own thing, they're doing their own thing, at the end of the day, you are going to provide some really useful advice for them, and it's going to make them more successful in life, and you're going to enjoy seeing that, because I'm willing to bet they're going to do the same for you. They're going to really inspire and support you in the things that you love. That way you feel encouraged to do them. So what I want to do now is pull 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck to figure out what your life will be like with them, what you need to be aware of, the good or the bad or anything else in between, what's going to happen in that relationship. So universe, what does pile 1 need to know about their destiny with this person? What does pile 1 need to know about their life with this person? What needs to be known? Okay, your first card is fulfillment. You are going to feel really fulfilled by your relationship with this person. Your relationship with your soulmate isn't just something you do for fun. It isn't just something that tickles your romantic interest. It's not going to just fulfill your lust. There's going to be an existential reason that you enjoy being with them. And I really think it is the twin flame element. This person is your other half, so when it comes to your life purpose, when it comes to any major goals you have, this person is really going to benefit you in some way. They are going to help you push you over the line, but even within the social relationship itself, you are going to be fulfilled in a way you haven't with other relationships. This person is going to be your partner spiritually. They are going to be able to talk to you about things you can talk with no one else, perhaps not even a therapist. This is going to be someone you can really lean on in every single area of your life. Yes, you have personal space, and yes, you are going to respect each other's personal space, but at the same time, when you need a sounding board, when you need to really talk, your soulmate is going to be there. They are never going to fail you. They are going to try to do the best by you to make sure your life is good, and you're going to do the same. The next card is security. So you are going to feel really secure in this relationship, perhaps not in the beginning, because your soulmate is coming from this position of lack. They're coming from this mistake, but this is like when you meet someone, or when somebody meets someone in college, or when they're really, really young and the person obviously doesn't have a good job yet. They're just getting started in life, but 10 years later, they have an amazing job, they own a house, all those things. And I definitely see that with your soulmate. This person is going to be wealthier in the future. This person is going to be even more emotionally stable now. I'm not seeing any red flags in the spread so far that your soulmate is someone who is emotionally explosive. That can be often the case with anyone who is super passionate, but I'm not seeing that so far in the spread. So this person is definitely going to be more mature in the future. They're going to grow in the right direction, and you're going to feel very safe in the relationship because of that. This isn't a twin flame who you meet and you're really frustrated because they're not matching your energy, they're not getting better. Your relationship seems to get worse over time as the honeymoon period wears off, but that's not the case here. Your soulmate is going to create a relationship that 10, 20 years from now is even better than when you first met. The honeymoon period never disappears. So the third card is, and also I got the sense that you're going to learn more about each other over time. There's going to be a little bit of mystery between you and your partner in the beginning, but it's going to be a good mystery. Perhaps your soulmate doesn't know 100% who they are, but they're on a spiritual journey to find out. They're on a life journey to find out, and you're going to get to be there. You're going to get to experience those revelations with them, and they're going to experience your revelations. So as you grow and change, they're going to be excited for you. So the third card here is blessings. This is going to be a relationship that blesses you. This is going to be a relationship that improves your life. This isn't going to be a relationship of struggle. And of course, that's not to say that you won't have struggles along the way, but the struggles you do experience will be matched with good things. They will be matched with blessings. This person is going to feel so good, as if you almost think, I don't deserve them, but of course you deserve them. When you two are together, you are going to improve each other's lives. You're perhaps going to improve the world around you, and it's going to feel like such harmony, and whatever serious issues that you're having right now or in the past, they're either going to be resolved because of this relationship, or the weight of that heavy weight of that past isn't going to feel as heavy anymore. It's going to fade away, and you're going to be focusing on your life together with this person. So I really like to see that for you. It's a very positive relationship. So keep that in mind, even though you may be seeing a struggle, this person going through a struggle in the beginning, but pay attention to how they are trying to overcome that struggle. They may not have all the answers, but you'll probably notice that when they are faced with difficulty, they are trying to overcome it. They aren't just giving up. They aren't resigning themselves to a life of pain or a life of mediocrity. This is a person that is always trying to be better, and because of that, your life is going to be blessed and you are going to be encouraged to live the same way. So what I want to do now is pull 2 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to figure out any dark sides to this relationship, or anything that may be secret, anything that may be emotionally important that you need to be aware of. So universe, what does pile 1 need to be aware of about their relationship with their soulmate? What does pile 1 need to know? What is important? Okay, your first card here is power. Full moon power. Your relationship with your soulmate is going to be very intense. You're going to feel like everything is in culmination and completion, that things are always at full speed, and at times that can be really, really exhausting. It's mostly a good thing, but this could be one of the reasons why you want to give each other space, is because this person is just really, really intense. So sometimes you need to step away from them to go relax, to go live in peace. And it could also be a sign of an amazing sex life as well. So just a whole bunch of really, really good things. And this is also a sign that your soulmate is perhaps going to be a powerful person, either wealthy, high status, or have a really good career, something about them which is very elevated. And at times you may be overwhelmed by that. You may see their success and be like, I almost feel like I am in their shadow. And of course that's not actually true. Even though you may feel like you are comparing yourself against your twin flame, you need to remember that you are their other half. So whatever good you see in them, whatever power you see in them, you also have it. It may take a slightly different form, but however your twin flame, your soulmate, is succeeding, you are also going to succeed in your own way, in your own interests, in your own hobbies, in your own career. It's just going to be applied differently. So a very positive card when it comes to your soulmate. The next card is the unexpected blue moon. Notice here that there is a pair. This pair, this couple, it could be a sign that you would have never expected that this relationship with your partner could happen. This could be a sign that this person may belong to a different culture. They may be more wealthy than you. They may come from a background, or they may look really, really attractive, or maybe they're not as attractive as you or not as successful as you. There seems to be some sort of mismatch, and although that mismatch can be discouraging, I do think this mistake, this loss that they're experiencing when you meet them, actually gives you an in. It gives you the ability to meet them at their worst, for when you would normally not ever be able to be with this person. But because they are having this terrible time, you're able to empathize with them, you're able to talk with them, you're going to have access to them that you wouldn't have otherwise. And because of that, that is going to be why you're able to get with them. You would never be able to get with them normally. So I do think this person is likely to be more attractive than you. Even if you are like a 9, this person is a 10. If you make $100,000 a year, this person comes from a background that's like $1 million. So definitely think in terms of this person sort of not being your equal, being your better, but of course they're not actually your better, they're your other half. And in their period of lack, you are going to have access to them in a way you would have never had otherwise. So that's going to be pretty exciting. In a romance novel, this would be like when a CEO loses their company and they have to move into an apartment on the poor side of town, and then some girl meets them, they end up dating, and then all of a sudden the CEO has this idea for a new company, builds a company, and is right back where he started and is wealthy again. That's what I am seeing here. That is the trope or the archetype I am seeing with this soulmate. So you're going to have access to them in a way you would not have access to them otherwise. So actually, that loss isn't a bad thing. It is all about access for you. So it's not even something to look down on, I don't think. So the last thing we are going to do today is pull 5 cards from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to get an idea of what sort of protective spirits, messages, signs, synchronicities you need to be aware of in your search of your soulmate, in your relationship with your soulmate, any other things that the universe wants you to know about your soulmate and your relationship with them. So, universe, what do you want pile 1 to know about their soulmate? What would you like pile 1 to know? Okay, your first card is the Turkey Spirit with the wisdom message of give with gratitude and grace. So when you first meet this soulmate, when they are down and out, when you get access to them, if you are charitable to them, if you give them the time of day, if you allow your access to them to build a relationship, you are going to be thankful in the end. So don't turn this person down when they present themselves towards you. You may have a meet cute, or you may end up in a situation where you notice someone who is normally successful is having a rough time. And remember, you can identify this person by the fact that they're very passionate. They have a very fiery appearance. They may be blonde, they may be a redhead, or they may have blue eyes. Basically a very fiery appearance. If you live in a country where those traits aren't normal, it could be a sign that they have a red or yellowish tint in their hair, or that they have brighter eyes than normal, something like that. So if you see someone fitting that physical description and they're having that temporary fall from grace, if you help them out, if you give, you are going to have access to them and they are going to pay you back. And that's probably going to help build a relationship. And when I say give with gratitude, I'm not necessarily saying like give them a loan. I'm saying be there for them, talk to them. If you have a social connection that can help them get a job, offer it to them. Do whatever you can within your power, and it's going to build a relationship. There is this concept when it comes to building relationships that if you ask for a favor or do a favor for someone, it creates a gift-giving cycle and the person will want to pay you back. So that's sort of what's happening here. If you do a favor for them, they're going to want to do a favor for you. They're going to want to keep talking to you, and it'll just keep giving and giving. And that's partly, I think, also because you are twin flames. You are each other's other half. So when you give, this person is going to want to help you too, just because they feel like they need to. You are their other half, the other part of their soul. They feel deeply connected to you. So you may also feel as if you need to give to them, and you may not normally be a charitable person. You may be really introverted or reserved. Some of this pile may feel like that, but you are going to really want to give to this person in a way that you wouldn't normally give to others. So the next card is the Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. So you need to be clever. I do think this person's fiery energy is going to be overwhelming at first. It's going to really push you to be the best version of yourself, to be the most logical version of yourself, the smartest version of yourself. And you are probably going to be really encouraged to really come up with ideas that you've never come up with before. And I think that's partly because your other half is probably not going to do the exact same thing that you do. If someone was a writer, then even if this person is also a creative, they're not going to write in the same genre. They're going to be in another creative career field. So be aware of that. You are going to have to think differently when you give advice to this person. You're not going to be able to assume that they can do the exact same things you do in order to be successful. But at the same time, because you have a different life experience than this person, you're going to have a different perspective on their own troubles, and that's going to be really enlightening for them. And on the flip side, it's going to be the same for you. They're going to have a different life experience, and because of that, they're going to have different advice for you. They're going to have a different look on things, and it's really going to open your eyes and their eyes to different ways of doing things. The third card is Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. So your life is going to get less complex. It's going to get more to the point. And that is because with this relationship with your soulmate, a lot of pointless things are going to fall out of your life. For some of you, this could be a sign that you either live a nomadic lifestyle for a time and you just enjoy each other's company, something like that. Obviously, not everyone's going to go van life or be an expat, but that kind of energy to where you're really just focusing on each other. And I think that's partly because you have space between you and your partner. You're doing your own thing. So when you are together with your partner, you are just completely focused on each other. You aren't really concerned with other outside things. So I really am getting the sense that your soulmate definitely has a different career from you. They're in a different career field. So you're not really going to be involved in each other's day-to-day experiences. This is going to be like you unwinding with each other in the evening, enjoying your weekends together, but being pretty uninvolved during the workday, or again, even though you have good relationships with their friends, you may not be spending a lot of time with their friends. You have very separate social lives, but when you are together, you're just focused one-on-one with each other. Your fourth card is the Rhino Spirit with the wisdom message of overcome any obstacle. When it comes to these struggles in your life, you are going to overcome them. They are going to overcome them. This could be a sign that whatever you're struggling with right now, it's either going to be completely obliterated or it's not going to be the focus of your life anymore. So if you're having money troubles, that's probably not going to happen in the future, either because your soulmate becomes wealthy or your soulmate pushes you to be really successful in your career. That's an example of how any obstacle is overcome. It could be a sign of any health issues getting better, just general problems being overcome, which I like seeing. And it's also a sign that you and your soulmate are able to work together. So again, even though you have that distance between you and your partner, when it's really important, when you need to come together, you always do. You are always there for each other. So your last card today is the Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. So the universe is really intent on making this relationship happen. The universe wants to see this take place. And I do think that's because this person is a twin flame, but they're also a soulmate, and a soulmate is someone you can grow with. The universe recognizes that you and your soulmate are either close to meeting, or if you were to meet, you would instantly click with each other. You would be very attracted, and you'd be able to recognize that a relationship with them would grow quite quickly. And so the universe is going to do whatever it can to push you together. Whatever distance is between you, physical, emotional, intellectual, financial, whatever it is, that distance is going to close. There is the potential for a meet cute if you haven't met this person yet. If this is an ex, it could be a sign that spirit made sure that your ex went through a transformation That way they can be together with you again. But there's just intense interference by the universe to make this relationship happen. And because I see so many good things in this soulmate, in this relationship, I would suggest you be open to it, that you accept it. I don't see anything particularly bad in this relationship. No red flags. I really like that for you. And so I'm wishing you the best when it comes to your romantic relationship with your soulmate. If you resonated with this reading, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. You can also go down into the video description or into the pinned comments for links to my socials or a link to my Ko-Fi to tip if you really liked it. Otherwise, I can't wait to see you again, and I hope your love story is one for the ages. Hello, pile 2, my purple flower pile. Welcome to your reading. We are going to go ahead and get started by pulling one card from the Lover's Oracle to get any general themes or messages we need to know about your soulmate or your relationship with your soulmate. So, universe, what does pile 2 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 2 need to know? Okay, this first message is new beginning, a new adventure awaits, embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So this could be a sign that your soulmate is someone you're not currently in a relationship with, or that you need to go on an adventure with your current relationship in order to really meet each other where you need to be to grow together in a relationship. A soulmate is someone that you can grow old with, someone where your relationship will continue to grow. It's where you don't just have a honeymoon period and then your relationship falters. A soulmate is someone who wants to be in a relationship with you and someone who wants to be with you in the long term. But in order for you to activate this, you really need to start a new relationship, or if you're in a relationship, go on an adventure. But even if you're single, you may find it really helpful to put yourself into a new situation, to give yourself an interesting goal, and to really follow your dreams, because if you do that, you are going to be in the right energy to attract a soulmate who will keep inspiring that in you, keep encouraging you, keep giving you that optimism for the future that would make a relationship with them really exciting. So a really great card to start with. This is a really traditional romantic energy. This is a really passionate energy, and we always want to see that in any relationship, but especially a soulmate relationship. So now I want to pull cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck. The first 3 cards I'm going to pull are going to be figuring out what your soulmate may look like, or any important traits that are important for you to know so you can identify your soulmate. So, universe, what does pile 2 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 2 need to know about their soulmate? What is most important to know about their appearance or primary traits? Your first card is the Page of Wands. Your soulmate may be younger than you or may also be young. So if you are like a student, they would also be a student. This person is pretty adventurous. This is an adventurous card. So expect that this person to be someone who's not leashed to wherever they are currently. They have an exciting future ahead of them, and they want to explore every possibility. Physically, this person is obviously very youthful looking. They may have a fiery appearance, yellow hair, blonde hair, red hair, blue eyes. If that's not common in your area, They may have a reddish or golden tint to their hair. They may have slightly brighter eyes. This person may also be on the thin side. So be aware of that. That's what they're likely to look like and be like personality-wise. The second card is the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this person doesn't have brown hair. Like they don't have like a coolish brown hair. They're not going to have particularly dark skin. They're probably going to have lighter skin for whatever their ethnicity is. They're not going to have dark eyes. So definitely a confirmation that they have lighter but very reddish or golden features. They may not be wealthy at the time, or they may not care about material goods. They may not have either be currently employed, or they may not particularly care about their career. This is a very nomadic person. This is a person who, even if they are employed, their career isn't their focus. They are really about having fun and going on adventures. So if they were to settle down in a career, think someone like a travel writer, or someone where they can work on their laptop anywhere in the world. They aren't going to be comfortable, at least right now, settling down. And when I say they're not going to be comfortable settling down, that may not necessarily mean that they don't want a committed relationship, but they constantly want to explore. So for them to continue being interested in you, you want to also be interested in exploring. So that is the reason why the universe had this first card, is that yes, this soulmate is really good. They'll bring out the best in you, but you have to agree to explore the world together. Or if this person is more homebound, they would be someone who explores like intellectual things or creative things. There's something very untethered about them because they're constantly trying to learn or do new things, and they would expect that from you as well. They would want that in their partner. But although that may seem as if you don't have a foundation, this person just likes things to be passionate and exciting, and you're always going to be doing new things together, which can be really exciting in a relationship. Things are never going to get old with them. The third card is the Hierophant reverse. So definitely someone who doesn't have a structured life. I don't necessarily think that is a bad thing. They may have ADHD. They may not care about productivity or discipline. They may have a boho lifestyle, nomadic, all those sort of things. They're a very fun person, but I think at the same time, especially with this youthful energy and this rejection of materialism and grounding, you may think that they're immature, or that they only care about the fun things in life, and that they aren't particularly interested in thinking rationally. But let's pull some more cards to get some more details about this person and this relationship, their traits, anything that you need to know. That way we can round out what this person is like. So universe, what is pile 2's soulmate like? Any other things that you want them to know? What needs to be known about this soulmate who is super passionate and exciting? They clearly have a flame that burns bright. You're going to enjoy being with them. Let's see what else. So the first card is, and this is a card that we also got for pile 1. It could be a sign that some of you picked 2 piles. If that's the case, this is just some more traits that this person has. But if you didn't also pick pile 1, this card is about your person, your soulmate, struggling a little bit. Because they are so ungrounded, they have a lot of successes, but they also have a lot of losses too, and they may be really frustrated. They may not know how to make a future for themselves. So perhaps the reason why they are so untethered, it could be a sign that their background is one of abuse. It could be a sign that perhaps they were in a military family, or they moved around a lot as a kid, so they didn't have like a base to go home to. They didn't have like this comfortable foundation. So for them, exploring is really about doing what makes them feel normal, and you may be able to teach them how to appreciate a more normal life. So maybe while being in a relationship with them for you is about exploring new things, this person is going to learn how to be comfortable, to be at ease, to enjoy being at home and just enjoying the simple things, coziness, all those sort of things. You are going to teach them to appreciate the new thing that they would be trying would be just staying home, doing things that they've done in the past that isn't about exploring new things, just really down to earth things. So the second card here is the King of Cups reversed. So your person, they may have trouble controlling their emotions, and I don't necessarily think that this person is a negative person, but because they're so interested in exploring new things, and because they may be a little bit immature, you may find that they don't know how to express themselves, express the inner part of themselves. They are trying to externalize what they're feeling by going on adventures, by trying new things, and they're pushing things under the rug. So this is a person who isn't comfortable with conflict. They try to avoid conflict, and it may take them a while to really open up with how they're feeling. The third card is the Eight of Pentacles. So this person does have the ability to work hard. I'm definitely getting some ADHD energy in this spread to where they can hyper focus on something for a long time, but everything else in their life kind of falls apart. But whatever they are focusing on, they put a lot of intensity and passion into, and that could also be a relationship. But outside of your relationship, this person, even though they are struggling in some areas, there's going to be something in their life that they do really, really well, and it's going to be really admirable. And because they externalize their feelings, they're really going to focus on that thing. They are going to be very proud of it. It could be a sign that this person is creative, or that this person has something tangible to show about their lives. The fourth card is the Ten of Swords reversed. This is a very positive card, especially with this person and their struggles. Your soulmate is overcoming problems. I do think your soulmate has a wounded past, but they are not broken by their past. Even though they are struggling to express themselves emotionally, they are finding ways to heal. They are finding ways to move on. So even though they struggle to express themselves, I don't think that this person is someone who is depressed or ruminating. They are trying to be productive. They are trying, and when I say productive, they are trying to be motivated and be passionate about their life. They are trying to do things. Their future is much brighter than their past. So when you talk with this person, when you get to know them, you are going to feel like their past, which they may be hesitant to share, is really, really shocking, because this person is really, really interesting. This person is someone, when you talk to them, you feel really happy to be around them. You almost wouldn't believe their past, because their past is going to be quite dark, but their future is just going to be so brilliant. Like, they are trying to build something, even though they don't know how to build a foundation for themselves, build a home for themselves. They are building something, and I think when you get together with them, you are going to be very exciting about that. So this new beginning, yes, it signifies going on an adventure with this person, but I think it's also a sign of you building a future with them, building a stable future with them. So that's really good to see. So even though this person has some things I'm worried about, I do see some confirmation from the universe that it's not something you actually need to be worried about in the long term. You may just have some moments where you're wondering why this person isn't telling you about their past or their emotions, but that's just something they need to learn with time. You need to have patience because they're not really comfortable yet sharing their past. I'm sure that's something you can empathize with. You may be reserved around strangers or even people you know really well because you don't want them to know how you've been hurt in the past. And I think this is going to be true for your soulmate. They're not comfortable yet expressing their deepest, darkest secrets. But I do think you're going to get that in time, just not early on in the relationship. They may be a little bit closed off. So this would be like a person who is very passionate or very extroverted, but you realize after a year or two of talking with them that there are actually things about their past that you have no idea about. This is someone who you think you know very, very well in the beginning, but they actually are holding back. And that's not to be mean, it's just this person isn't ready to emotionally process that with another person, but they will want to talk to you about it in the future, just not early on in the relationship, so be aware of that. What I want to do now is pull 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck to figure out what your destiny will be like with this person, what your relationship will be like with this person, anything you need to know about. Universe, what does pile 2 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 2 need to know? Okay, your first card is transformation. So we can definitely tell from your soulmate's cards that they are going through a process of rebirth. They are going through recovery, and they are going to transform into a different person. They are going to be a little bit immature when you meet them, but I do think they're going to be more mature in time. They are going to reverse that King of Cups energy, make it upright, and be more emotionally secure, more emotionally open. But I also think this is a sign that the relationship will transform. I think in the beginning, your soulmate may not seem very committed. They may seem to keep things casual. So in the first few days or the first few months, you may not be sure if your relationship with this person is exclusive, but it will move into exclusive territory. You just need to wait. Maybe you're exclusive, but they're not. But you definitely do want to set some boundaries. You definitely want to see progress. You want to have an open line of communication. Just be aware that they're going to be a little bit emotionally reserved in the beginning, but have patience with them because they are going to get there. They are going to be what you want them to be in a relationship when it comes to commitment, when it comes to being emotionally open. It's just going to take time to get there. But you're also going to be transformed by this experience too. You're going to be more open to experiences. You are going to be open to try new things, and that's going to be really, really exciting for you. So you're going to learn how to be less scared of the future. So this person has a volatile past, so they have more tolerance for things going wrong than you do, and because of that, they're more adventurous. But you're also going to learn how to move on from things bothering you. You're going to learn to do new things too by being with them. The next card is Wonders. This is a sign that amazing things are going to happen in your relationship. You're going to experience things you never experienced before. If you are traveling, it's a sign that you are going to see many wonders of the world. You're going to see exciting sights. You're going to be really happy to be with this person. You're going to experience things that you could have never experienced with other people, and that's because they push you out of your comfort zone. The third card is Voyage. This is definitely a confirmation that you are going on some journey, even if for some in this pile, your soulmate is the more introverted expression of that Page of Wands card, to where they're exploring things intellectually. this would be a sign that maybe, for example, someone in this pile ends up dating a soulmate who loves reading about Egypt. At some point in your life, you are going to visit Egypt. That is what I'm seeing in this card. You are definitely going to go on an important trip in your life with this person. You're going to explore new destinations. It's going to be a very monumental event. So even if, for example, some in this pile date someone who is nomadic and you end up traveling all over the world, this card is also a sign of an important voyage. Perhaps you go to a place people often don't go to. Even if you travel a lot, you're going to go to someplace significant to where even though you're telling a friend that, yeah, you know, you went to South Africa, you went to Japan, you went to Russia, it could also be a sign that you went to someplace really, really unusual, perhaps a cruise to Antarctica, something like that. So be aware you are going to go places that almost no one else has ever gone before, and it's going to be really exciting, and you're going to go there because this person pushes you out of your comfort zone. So what I want to do now is pull 2 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to figure out if there are any shadow sides, anything that's hidden, or anything that's emotionally significant that you need to know about your relationship with this Page of Wands person. So, universe, what does pile 2 need to know about their soulmate? What is important to be known? What is significant? What is hidden? What's emotional? Your first card here is beginnings, new moon, another confirmation that you are going to be trying new things. But because we already had a card like this before, let's pay special attention to the imagery. We see a portal, and whenever I see a door or a portal, it means that you need to walk through it. You also need to commit to trying new things. You're going to pull back. You're going to be reluctant to do some of the new things that your partner is asking you to do, but you need to be willing to go there. Now, you can set some boundaries. If you're really scared of heights and it's not something you'll ever be able to get over with, and your person loves to do extreme sports, maybe you'd be willing to go on a river raft, but you aren't willing to jump off a bridge. That's perfectly fine. And yes, people do jump off of bridges. Where I live, there's like this huge festival about it. Obviously, I would never do it. So make sure that you set your boundaries, and make sure that you let your person set their own boundaries, which is probably going to be about emotional expression in the beginning, but you need to be willing to try new things. Don't always say no just because something sounds scary. If it's not really exceeding your boundaries, if it's just something new and you don't want to try it, that's not a good thing. You need to be willing to try new things with your partner. Otherwise, they are going to feel like you aren't really soulmates and move on. And I know you're thinking, well, I don't want to do anything scary. That's not what's really happening here. You are going on new adventures, you're trying new things, because it really is going to bring out something in you that you're not currently able to bring out yourself. And your soulmate is really going to push you to try these new things, to embrace the inner you that you're afraid to let out, because this person sees within you an adventurer. Maybe not an adventurer in the same vein they are, but the reason why they are attracted to you is because they see the same interest to be odd, to be inspired, and they want to bring that out in you as well. The next card is the Void, Dark Moon. I do think there is going to be this period in your relationship with this person where you are going to feel like it's not going anywhere, and that's simply because it's probably in the beginning or when you are confronted with something new that you're afraid to try. And I think that's because, one, your soulmate is a little bit immature, but also you are a little bit immature. You're afraid to try new things, and you're probably going to have a really big conflict in the beginning, a really big argument, to where you are trying to set boundaries. So really learning how to set boundaries with each other is one of the most important things you need to do. You're going to learn that you can't always push your soulmate to open up right away about everything, and your soulmate is going to have to learn that you're not going to want to go on every single adventure with them. You're going to have your own life. Sometimes you're not going to want to go skydiving, not because you're scared, but because you want to go read a book, you want to go write a novel, something like that. You have your own interests and hobbies, and so that is part of navigating your relationship with this person. Is figuring out your boundaries isn't incompatibility, it's really about respecting each other's differences. So you are going to learn how to do that, but it is going to be a struggle a little bit. I do think this is the case of opposites attracting, to where you do have things that really bring you together, but there is something about you and your soulmate that is very, very different, and it's going to be a new experience for you, and you're going to like it, but it's also going to be a sign of new conflict resolution strategies. So again, you just need to be patient, but it is going to be worth it. So the last thing I'm going to do is pull 4 cards from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, or the Spirit Animal Oracle, to get any signs, synchronicities, messages, anything else the universe wants you to know about being in a relationship with your soulmate. What does pile 2 need to know about being in a relationship with their soulmate? What does pile 2 need to know? Okay, your first card is Dove Spirit, be peace. So I do think that you're going to be more emotionally mature than your soulmate, especially in the beginning, but you're also going to be a very comforting presence. You are going to find that, yes, your soulmate likes to do exciting things with you, but they're also going to recognize that just being each other's company, silently relaxing, is going to be a really, really cool thing. They're going to recognize that, yeah, it might be exciting to go on adventures, but sometimes just staying home and watching Netflix is a perfectly valid use of a weekend. So you are definitely going to be that comforting presence. And I also think that because your soulmate had such a tumultuous background, they learned how to overcome those sort of emotional struggles. And yes, they're more private about how they overcome it, but when you are scared, they are going to comfort you, and they're going to give meaningful advice for how to overcome those fears. So you're both going to comfort each other. And I also get the sense that you're going to help each other be better in social relationships and in social conflicts. And that's just because you have different expressions socially. Your soulmate is really good at trying new things, so they're going to be really tolerant of people being different from them. And you're going to be someone who is more stable, so you're going to be able to push your soulmate to set boundaries with other people, and expect to be treated certain ways with respect, and just totally worthwhile social expressions that you both need to learn. The next card is the Cat Spirit, claim your independence. So I do think in the beginning, your soulmate is going to want to do everything with you, and you're also going to want to do everything with your soulmate. Like anytime you are just relaxing, you're going to want to relax with your partner, and anytime your soulmate wants to go on an adventure, they're going to want you to be there. But of course, you need to set boundaries. You need to figure out when you want to spend time independently of each other. So that's something you need to learn. And anyone who has a cat will understand that cats can be quite independent, but if you respect their space and if you are affectionate with them, they're going to be super affectionate with you. They're going to want to just relax with you and then play with you and all those wonderful things. So respect each other's space, and when you do come together, it's going to be a very affectionate and passionate relationship. The next card is the Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. I feel like it's very appropriate that this showed up in a reading with your soulmate. This is just a confirmation of courage. Your soulmate is obviously going to be very, very brave. You're going to become braver, but this is also a sign that you and your partner, your soulmate, are going to learn how to be more assertive when it comes to doing what you want in life. So if you feel like you aren't pursuing your dreams, your soulmate is going to push you to manifest those, to not give up. And obviously your soulmate's going to be a little bit emotionally reserved, and you're going to push them to be assertive with their feelings, of telling people how they feel, of telling people when they're in pain. And because of that, because you're not going to be afraid of the things that you're currently afraid of, less of your life is going to be a mystery, and less of your life is going to be frustrating. The final card today is Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. So I think the major lesson that you are going to learn from this relationship, and I think the reason why you are going to be drawn to each other, is that you are going to be pushed to manifest the best life for yourself. For your partner, that is about building a foundation. And for you, it is about following your dreams. And you learn to follow your dreams by being assertive, by trying new things. And I think the main thing that you're going to get from interacting with your partner is, yes, a new conflict resolution strategy, but also you are going to encourage each other. You are going to push each other to be the best versions of yourself. And you are going to be the person that your soulmate leans on, and you're going to lean on your soulmate in a way you can't with other people. I don't necessarily think you are going to find that your partner is the most emotional person. Again, they have this cat energy, but you are going to be able to just relax in their presence. You are going to feel safe around them. You are going to feel like they're always aware and vigilant, and you're going to like that. You are going to feel like you can really be who you are. Again, if you've ever spent time with a cat, if you've ever had a cat, once you get comfortable with each other, you can be quite weird, and your cat just ignores it. And I think that's going to be the case with your soulmate. However weird you think you are, however strange and unaccepted you may feel by other people, your soulmate is just going to accept you 100%. And that's going to really change your perception of the world and what you can do. You are really going to believe in your future because of it. So, pile 2, I like your spread. I do think you're going to feel that your soulmate is a little bit immature in the beginning, but I'm seeing so many green flags in this relationship. You just need to learn conflict resolution, but I think that's going to happen early on in the relationship, and then once you do build that conflict resolution strategy, you are going to be very comfortable and excited by what this relationship brings to you. So, if you resonated with this reading, be sure to like and subscribe for more. You can also go into the pinned comment or the video description for links to my socials or to Ko-Fi to tip if you really liked it. Otherwise, pile 2, I am really glad that I could do this reading for you today, and I can't wait to see you again. Hello, pile 3, my yellow flower pile. Welcome to your tarot reading. We are going to go ahead and get started by pulling one card from the Lover's Oracle to get a main theme or main idea that the universe wants you to know about going into this reading. And we're going to pull that card from the Lover's Oracle. Universe, what do you want pile 3 to know about their soulmate? What do you want pile 3 to know? Ooh, we have Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So this can mean two things. It could mean that someone in your environment someone that you already know or who is connected to you in some way already has feelings for you, and they haven't confessed these feelings yet directly. Perhaps you have an idea that that might be true, but for some in this pile, you are completely unaware of their feelings. So I really want you to pay attention to the people you're connected to. Even if you haven't met them in a while, maybe there's someone you went to school with, someone you worked with, someone that you meet on occasion. It could be one of those people. However, this could also mean that it's going to be someone that you meet in the future. If you know in the next few months you're going to be in a different situation where you're going to meet a lot of people, then you have a pretty good reason to believe a secret admirer could be there. But no matter, even if that is true, first I want you to look in your environment in case that secret admirer is already around you. Otherwise, they're coming towards you soon. So what I want to do to help you find out who this person could be is pull 4 cards from the Light Series Tarot deck to get an idea of any traits they might have, physical or otherwise, that would really help you to identify this person. So, universe, what traits does pile 3's soulmate have? What traits should pile 3 be on the lookout for? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, your first of 4 cards is the Sun. So this person is going to be pretty charismatic or pretty happy. They're going to radiate a lot of joyful energy. This could be a sign that they have golden features, that they're very youthful looking. So be open to that. Let's get the next card. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a sign that your soulmate is someone who is wealthy, but they also have a pretty good private or social life. They know how to balance things. Now, physically, this person is likely to have darker features for their ethnicity, dark skin, dark hair, but we do know with the Sun card here that this person's going to have a little bit a warmer energy. So if this person had like black skin, it would be a warm tint to it. If this person had slightly darker skin, like if they're white or Asian but they have slightly darker skin, it would be almost like it glows, something like that. And again, if they have dark hair, it's going to have that yellow tint to it. But if this person is, for example, Northern European, and so blonde hair is common, this person would be more likely to have like a darker blonde color. So that is what to keep in mind. Someone who looks dark for their ethnicity, but they have this warm feature to them. So the third card here is the 3 of Cups. Cups physically is also a really bright appearance. So that's another confirmation that we are looking for someone with bright features. But this person is also social, and we know with the Sun card, charismatic, so definitely looking at somebody who knows how to smooth talk, but who is also very honest and really fun to be around. The 3 of Cups is a card of celebration, a card of friendship, so it's possible this person could be not only someone from your social network, but perhaps a friend or someone who's been very friendly to you. And maybe the reason why they're a secret admirer is that this person, not only are they your soulmate, but for whatever reason you've basically wrote them off. Maybe because you felt that, oh, they're just your friend, they don't actually have those feelings for you. But really, this person does have feelings for you, and because they're your soulmate, it is not just one-sided. This is a person you could love too. So the 4th card here is the Magician. This indicates that this person has a lot of resources at hand, and they have a pretty good idea how to use it. They haven't used it completely yet, but they're a pretty admirable person. So I am definitely seeing that this person is good at manifesting. This person is friendly. This person has bright features, bright warm features. And so this is a person that really stands out. This isn't somebody that is in the shadows. What is in the shadows are their feelings for you. Sometimes people can be really, really friendly and charismatic, but either they don't know how to express themselves romantically, or they're like really shy. Like, shyness and introversion aren't the same thing. Someone can be super, super social, but get really nervous around the people they like. So I'm guessing that this person has slightly different behavior with you than with other people. And if you compare how they act towards you, towards everyone else that you encounter with them, you're going to see that difference. You're going to see that they treat you differently, probably in a positive way. But we all know when little kids are young, sometimes they pick on the person that they like. That could be the case here. I somewhat doubt it because this person seems overall friendly, but this person may be more likely to tease you, probably not in a mean-hearted way, but maybe that's how they think flirting happens, but they don't realize that you're not perceiving it that way. So they definitely aren't flirting with you in a way that's easy for you to perceive. So you're really going to have to be very attentive to their behavior and really compare it with other people, especially other people of the same sex as you, right? So if you're a woman and you know that they like women, you need to pay attention to how they treat other women. Now, if this person likes multiple genders, that's going to be hard for you to pick up. So definitely try to see how their behavior towards you compares with others. It's going to really help you find out who this person is. So what I want to do now is pull 3 more cards to get any more information that you need to know about your soulmate. And this time we're not looking for physical traits. We're really looking for behaviors, circumstances in life, all those sort of things. So universe, what does pile 3 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, the first card here is the 5 of Cups. So as soon as I see this card, I get the impression that while this person is very charismatic and happy on the inside, on the outside, on the inside, they may have some regrets. Obviously, they regret not confessing to you. It's probably really, really bothering them that they're keeping their crush from you a secret, because obviously they're not able to be with you, but they probably have some other regrets. This person is someone who has shadows. Now, I think that they are coping with those shadows and that past, but there's definitely something deeper and mysterious about them, and that's something to be mindful of. That maybe they had a bad relationship in the past, like a bad breakup, or maybe they were teased for having a crush when they were little, something like that. And because of that, that is the reason why they aren't more forward with their feelings for you, because they're afraid that they're going to lose you as soon as they confess. The next card is the 2 of Swords reversed. So this means that this person is really certain of their feelings for you. Obviously, they haven't been in a relationship with you yet, so they don't know the reality of being in a relationship with you, but their crush is very serious. They truly believe right now that this relationship could work, and so they're not really letting their heart fall for anyone else. They're not open romantically for anyone else. I don't really feel like you're at risk of losing them. This person is willing to wait quite a while to see if you can get together with them. So there is some time here to try to make it work. There is some time to have patience with yourself and with this person in case there is some confusion or some shyness. So there is time. But I do think that because this person is so certain that they like you, and because nothing is currently happening, they are very, very frustrated. They are probably feeling that you don't like them at all. And obviously, if you're currently unaware of their feelings, you probably don't love them back, right? This could be a person who really, really cares about you, and you probably care about them too, but not romantically, probably because you don't see a future there in the relationship, probably because even though they have feelings for you, they're not being open about it. And maybe if they teased you before, you didn't perceive it to be flirtatious. You probably just thought this person was a bit of a jokester and you didn't like that. So be aware their frustration that nothing is happening is probably going to make them a little bit bitter at times. And even though they really, really want you, probably every time that they have a conversation with you, they just feel completely defeated. They feel like everything they do just goes wrong. So that's another thing to be on the lookout for, is that this person feels as if every chance they have with you, they completely blow it. Now the next card here is the Five of Wands. So there is a possibility here that you don't just have this one admirer, you have multiple admirers, and your soulmate recognizes that they have competition. And because they have competition and because they think that they don't really have a shot with you, they are feeling as if every day there's less and less of a chance that you're going to get together. So be aware that when you are looking for this soulmate in your environment, you are likely to mistake who the soulmate is, because there is more than one person who likes you, which props to you. You seem to be a really likable person who has great traits. Otherwise, this many people wouldn't like you. But be aware that you're going to have to really navigate who you're going to end up with. I do believe that there are multiple soulmates in the world, and while this person is probably your currently your best option if you were able to get together with them, it is possible that one of the other people who is interested in you, because I think it's more than one other person, they would also be a good match. So I don't want you to really maximize the potential soulmate in this situation. Yes, this reading is about this one person, but I don't want you to try to meet the perfect person. I want you to try to meet the person who is ready to meet with you. And so even though this person really likes you, I want you to really focus on who you can grow with. And it's probably going to be your secret admirer, this particular person, but don't agonize over getting the right person. It'll just drive you crazy. Just be open to love, looking in your environment, and taking the person into your life who seems to be the most positive relationship to you. And it is probably going to be this person, but again, don't sweat over it, don't agonize over it. You are going to find love. You have multiple chances here, but we are going to focus on this secret admirer today. That way you can be on the lookout for them. So what I want to do now is pull 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle to get more ideas about what this person is like, what your life would be like with them, and maybe it'll help you narrow it down and give you something to think about. So, universe, what does pile 3 need to know about their soulmate and their life with their soulmate? What does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? What will life be like with them? What's crucial to understand? Okay, the first card here is security. So it seems like your soulmate here is someone who has perhaps a really stable life. Now this could be because they are charismatic, so they're really good at getting jobs because people like them. But I also think it could be because of these Queen of Pentacles and Magician cards. This is a person who really knows how to make things happen. This is a person who really knows how to be successful. And even if you're really, really young, and this person is also really, really young, so you're either in high school or college or just starting your life, so you're not really like professionals yet, this person clearly has a really good chance of succeeding. This would be the person who has good grades, the person who is in a good training program, or the person who found a job right after high school and is just making good money for their age. So whoever your soulmate is, they are a person who is respectable, and they are a person who knows how to navigate in the economy no matter what happens. This is definitely someone that you can trust on a day-to-day basis. This is a person who knows how to live in this world. So the next card here is fulfillment. So you would definitely be very fulfilled with your soulmate, which I think is why the universe wants you to focus on this person rather than just one of your many options. The security card, whenever I pull it, because of the cave paintings there, I do get this feeling of creativity with that card, self-expression. So even though this person has this stable energy, their manifesting energy also expresses on the creative spectrum. This person understands what it means to try to bring something into the world. So I'm not saying this person is a mechanic, but if this person was like a mechanic, they would be the kind of mechanic who would support their partner majoring in poetry or becoming an artist. This is a person who really values when other people are ambitious and that they would really support you. So even though this person may be teasing at first, you'll notice that they really hype up their other friends. They don't believe that their friends can't succeed. They're very encouraging. They really believe in other people. So this person is definitely the kind of partner who helps their future spouse, their future lover, succeed in life. They are always there for them. They help them brainstorm when there are problems and all of those things. So if you were to get with this person, whatever is your dream in life, they're going to help you get there, either directly or just by being your cheerleader. Now the next card is the Wonders card. This is a sign that wonderful things will happen in your relationship with this person. I think it's because you and them are such strong soulmates and there's this fulfillment energy here. So that really means that your soulmate is helping you on a spiritual level. Your higher selves are aligned and you are more likely to experience miracles together. It's incredibly likely that you and your soulmate will have similar spiritual beliefs, probably not identical because there's quite a lot of diversity even within spiritual communities and in households. So be aware that they're not going to be completely identical, but they're going to be very supportive of your spiritual experience. They are going to like hearing about any time you see signs or synchronicities in the environment. They might be a little bit skeptical, but they're not going to be entirely dismissive. They are going to believe that what you believe is valid in your life. And so because of that, you're really going to facilitate miracles with each other. And that's really, really good because this strong, encouraging energy in your spread does indicate that wonderful things are going to happen in your life and this person isn't going to say no. Their shyness about relationships doesn't seem to extend to other areas of their life. Once you're in a relationship with them, they're going to be pretty open and forward with you. It's just in the beginning that they're having troubles with. So what I want to do now is pull 4 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to get an idea of any shadow sides to this relationship, to this person, any intense emotions, anything like that that you need to be aware of. So that way you can identify who your soulmate is and what your life would be like with them. So, universe, what does pile 3 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, your first card is Will. This person is really sunny and charismatic, and they're really good at manifesting. So this person is ambitious. This person wants to achieve things. This person will be a little bit intense at times, but because of that, your life is always going to be really interesting. Your life is always going to improve because they do have that security element to their life. That does mean that this person is probably going to be wealthier in the future. So that's a really good sign. But also because this person is ambitious, they may be really interested in their career. So you're going to really have to learn how to balance that. I do think this person is really good at balancing work and life, but it may be a new experience for you to see someone being so focused on their goals rather than being so focused on their careers. It's 50-50 with them, but it may be a bit strange for you. Now, on the flip side, I do think because they're also very supportive of your dreams and goals, they're also going to kind of expect you to be ambitious too. So you're really going to want to have a life goal, a life purpose, something you're working on. This person is probably not going to like having a stay-at-home spouse, or if they had a stay-at-home spouse, again, this person is likely to be very financially comfortable. They would expect their spouse to have a hobby or something they do. So be aware that this person is going to expect you to do something with your life. Now, I believe you probably already have that anyway, and because this person is very supportive, even if it's like a really creative career, they're going to support you, but they're going to expect you to really put effort into that. And if you've never had anyone who encouraged you before to follow your dreams, this might be a little bit strange. You may not have really learned to value your dreams, but this person does value your dreams and they want to see you aim for them. The next card is abundance. Yes, your life with this person is going to be very abundant. It's going to be very comfortable. At the very least, you are going to be upper middle class, but probably even wealthy. I do think this person is going to be wealthier the older they get. So if you're young now, don't expect them to suddenly make $1 million next year if you get with them. But you're always going to be comfortable with money, even if something weird comes up that causes your bank balance to go down. It's going to be quickly fixed. So be aware that things are going to be very, very comfortable, and at times you are going to want to relax and just enjoy your abundance, but this person is ambitious. The abundance doesn't exist because this person wants to be comfortable. The abundance exists because this person is ambitious. So it's possible this person may never want to retire. The next card is discernment. So you need to be very aware of who this person is. You need to be very, very careful. I think it's easy to confuse your soulmate with someone else, and we know that there are multiple people. And while I do get the sense that at least one other person who you have to choose from is a perfectly valid option, it is possible that you may take the traits that we talked about this person on surface level and not really pay attention. You'll see someone who is good at school or good at work and someone who is charismatic and automatically assume, okay, it's this person, but you're not really paying attention to the other signs. This person needs to be friendly. This person needs to have insecurity about relationships. If this person doesn't have all the traits that you're seeing, it's not your soulmate, it is someone else. And because the discernment card is here, it is the universe telling you that there is perhaps someone among your choices who looks to be a good option, but would actually be a very negative relationship and it wouldn't go anywhere, or it would even be abusive. So make sure that you are looking for a person who is a truly good person. That is what you need to look for the most. The next card is the Sovereignty card, and this is a sign that this person has very Leo energy. I did pull the Sun card earlier. This person kind of seems like the king or queen of their world. This person really seems to be in charge, and perhaps that is one of the reasons why they're shy getting relationships started, because they don't know how to share the throne, essentially, and that is something you need to be aware of. This person may be very dominant. This person may be used to getting everything they want. And while I do think this person is a good person, I do think this person would be very good for you. This may be a new experience or something that you have to learn how to deal with if you yourself are very dominant too. It's not like two dominant people can't get together, or if you're a really submissive person and you're afraid to be with a very dominant person. Both of those situations can work. You just have to learn how to accept or demand certain treatment in certain situations. For example, two dominant people may be perfectly fine being dominant in their careers, being the leaders of a party, of a leader of a group of friends, but when it comes to household chores, when it comes to money, if they're both trying to compete with each other, that's not going to work. They would have to delegate responsibilities. So make sure that you are delegating things when you are in this relationship with this person, that you know what your boundaries are, you know what their boundaries are. That way you won't have conflict, because there's bound to be conflict due to this person's really dominant and honestly royal personality. So just be aware of that. And this person may also seem superficial at times. I don't think they actually are superficial. I just think they come off that way, especially with this Leo energy. They may seem like someone who has a huge ego, but I'm not really seeing any red flags when it comes to their actual relationships with people. This is a person who supports others. This is a person who seems to be very stable. They don't spend uselessly. So this person is a good person. You just have to look past the ego they're putting on and they're wearing. So the last thing we're going to do today is pull 3 cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle to get any further information the universe has about your soulmate, anything else you need to know, any signs or symbols you need to see in the environment, all of those things. So universe, what does pile 3 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 3 need to know about their secret admirer? Okay. The first card in your spread is the Wombat Spirit, be at home. So I think this is really a sign that this person is a lot closer than you think. This person either lives in your neighborhood, they go to your school, they're part of your more close-knit community. They're someone that you don't have to go far to meet. You already have access to them in some way. Now, if you're really, really introverted and you spend a lot of time at home, this would be an indication that if you were to perhaps walk around the neighborhood, go to a local event, you would likely meet this person. Or if you asked your friends if there is someone that they know who is single, they would hook you up. Be open to talking to strangers, asking out someone you've known from high school, or asking for a blind date. That's perfectly fine, because this person is nearby. They aren't somebody you don't have any connection to. They are someone that you would be quite comfortable and safe meeting, or feeling safe meeting. The next card is the Scarab Beetle Spirit with the Wisdom message, magic works through you. So I've not seen a lot of strong magic energy in your spread. Now we did get the Miracle card earlier, and we know that your partner is really good at manifesting, but it seems like you have magic working through you. It seems like you have the ability to manifest. And with this card, I think using the law of attraction, scripting, affirmations, guided meditations, anything like that, if you were to do that, you would raise your vibrations and it would help you attract this soulmate sooner. It may push them to energetically accept the need to confess. So if you're really at a loss for how to figure out who this person is, maybe there are multiple people who fit the traits that you're seeing. But if you use law of attraction, you're going to really push them energetically to confess, to be more open in their feelings, to be more expressive, and that will really help you out. So use law of attraction, or I don't know, a literal magical spell to try to encourage this person to open up to you. Now, the last card today is the Snake Spirit, time to heal. This could be for your partner, it could be for you, but this is really about accepting things. So your partner needs to accept the fact that they need to be open to you. You're probably going to struggle in the beginning of your relationships to really get this person to be open with their feelings. They're going to seem more shallow than they are. But this could also be you, because this person perhaps teased you and they weren't trying to be mean on purpose. It's just what some people do when they have feelings for someone but they're afraid to say it. You may feel as if this person isn't serious. You may feel as if you're owed an apology for their behavior, and honestly, you probably are owed an apology. So it is okay to ask this person to have better behavior, to ask this person to open up, but you also need to be patient. Sometimes people aren't ready to be emotionally open, so don't expect them to be your soulmate, like ready to marry you on date one. Take things a little bit slower. Ask them out to a date out in the open, go to a movie or something, and then gradually build the relationship. I think as long as you're not trying to push it across the finish line as soon as they confess their feelings for you, this relationship will proceed perfectly fine. I really do get the sense for a lot in this pile that a lot of people who chose this pile were quite young. So the reason why this person seems to act like a kid is perhaps because they are young themselves. But if you are older and your secret admirer would also be older, this is just a sign that maybe they haven't been in a relationship in a while. So be open to that. And it could also be a sign, by the way, pile 3, that your secret admirer is at least a few years younger than you are. And perhaps that's the reason why they haven't been able to confess to you, because there is that age difference. However, pile 3, it looks like you have a pretty exciting relationship. Even though this person is a little bit immature romantically, everything else in their life seems perfectly fine. It seems like if you were to get in a relationship with them, they would be very supportive of you. No red flags there. I really like that. So I am really hoping this works out for you. I really hope that they get to the confession stage and that you are able to go out with them. If you can tell who this person is before they confess, maybe you could do the asking. That might help push them along. Otherwise, really, you just need to wait for them to be open to you. Pile 3, I hope this reading helped you. I hope you are excited to meet this person or rekindle feelings with this person. If you like this reading, if it resonated with you, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. You can also go into the pinned comment or the description of the video to go to the links to my socials or a link to my Ko-Fi to tip. It'll help support future readings. Otherwise, pile 3, I am so glad I was able to do this reading with you today, and I really look forward to your love story. I can't wait to see you again. Hello, pile 4, my pink flower pile. Welcome to your reading. We are going to go ahead and get started by pulling one card from the Lover's Oracle to get the main idea or a theme the universe really wants you to know about your soulmate or being with your soulmate. So, universe, what does pile 4 need to know about their soulmates? What does pile 4 need to know? What needs to be known? All right, this message is, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So what the universe really wants you to know that now is not the right time to look for your soulmate. And I think that's because you need to work on yourself. You need to be in a good place. That way you can attract the right person for you. So this could be a glow up. This could be about finding peace with yourself. And this takes however long it needs to. For some in this pile, you may be just breaking up with someone, and so it may just be like a month or two. You just need time to relax and decompress. Other people might need more time. They might need months to even a year or two. You'll know when it's time to seek your soulmate when you feel at peace with yourself, when you feel as if you deserve love. Because I do think right now there is some sort of obstacle, probably a psychological obstacle, to where you either won't be able to accept the love that's given to you, or you're not going to be able to really engage with the kind of affection that's needed to secure your soulmate. So let's assume that you actually do achieve that. This is a soulmate reading, so we aren't going to focus too much on this, but let's see what you do have to look forward to once you address whatever that issue is. So what I want to do is pull some cards on 3 cards from the Light Series Tarot deck to figure out what your next soulmate will actually look like, have traits like. That way you can understand why there might be an obstacle right now to you meeting them. So, universe, what does pile 4 need to know about their soulmate? What could possibly be causing them to need to wait? What does pile 4 need to know? Okay, the first card is the Page of Swords reversed. So this, on one hand, could mean that your soulmate doesn't know how to communicate, and because they don't know how to communicate, yes, it could mean that not only are you working on yourself, but it could be a sign that your soulmate is also working on themselves. Right now, it's just not the right timing, and the universe is just waiting for you both to get ready. So this person right now is having some problems with communication. They may be shy, they may be introverted, they may be dealing with a mental illness. So perhaps when you meet this person, if you don't already know them, you're going to realize that they have a history of insecurity. This card could also be a sign that your soulmate doesn't have dark hair or like blue eyes. This person's not going to look exactly like that. The next card is the 4 of Swords. So this is a sign of rest. Your soulmate is resting right now. This person may not be ready for a relationship. They may be decompressing. They may be really gestating in preparation for their future life. And then the third card is the Hanged Man reverse. So I don't think your soulmate is quite ready. So yes, you do have some work, but I think your soulmate is also in that period of mind too. So if you're younger, the reason could be that either you or your partner isn't truly ready to settle down, or you just need to work through some immaturity. If you're older, it could be a sign that both of you are coming off from disastrous relationships, or maybe you're in a difficult financial situation. But whatever is causing those problems, at the heart, your soulmate is having communication problems, and they're not ready to take the leap necessary to improve. So I do think physically, this person may be going through a transformation. We have 2 swords cards here, and in a swords card, they often tend to be really steely and cool looking. And when I say cool, I mean they don't have warm looking skin. It's not like tinged red or pink. It's almost bluish. Their hair, because they're going through a physical transformation. So I do think they are going to look more bluish. This person could have like a really bad sun. I really can't see what's going on here, but there's definitely some sort of physical transformation. And I think the conflicting message here is that your soulmate doesn't know how they want to present themselves as, because they're having trouble with communication. They may be trying on different style aesthetics, and they're not happy with what they're picking, and so they're constantly changing how they appear, and they just haven't settled on something. So this would be like somebody who is perhaps like a goth in high school, and then they decide they want to dress more normal, or someone who used to dress really normal in high school and now wants to dress alternative. We are seeing some sort of change here. This person may dye their hair, they may wear contacts. They aren't really certain yet how they want to appear, their identity. And that confusion about how they want to present themselves is perhaps one of the reasons why the universe isn't ready to send you signs or symbols on what to look for, because this person is always changing their appearance. They're just not comfortable yet. But when you do meet this person later on, I do think that you're going to find this person is more experimental. This person's going to be more comfortable with change, and this person is going to have a better idea through experiencing different options of who they really want to be. So although they are going through a little bit of struggle right now communicating and finding their identity, they are going to find their identity, and they're going to be more sure of themselves than the average person. So what I want to do now is pull 4 cards for more information about your soulmate, life circumstances, anything like that. Universe, what does pile 4 need to know about their soulmate? What does pile 4 need to know? Okay. The first card here is the Ace of Swords. So your soulmate, they do want to communicate something. They do want to take action. They have ideas and they want to see them through. So your soulmate is a visionary. They may also be an intellectual. The next card is Justice. So some more sword energy. There's a lot of sword and air energy in your spread. This card upright means that your soulmate is a good person. So even though this person may have some problems with identity, they may have been a rebellious teen, or they're going through a rebellious phase now, they're never going to do something truly wrong. So if you're looking in your environment and you're seeing someone who is fitting these traits or the other traits we're going to talk about in the spread, they aren't going to be a rule breaker. Or if they broke rules in the past, if they have, like, I don't know, they got arrested for stealing something and they spent 30 days in jail, you're going to see that they have completely changed their life. There's going to be no question in your mind that this person is a respectable member of the community. So that's something you really need to be looking for in your soulmate, someone who is morally upright and someone who is not hypocritical. Because again, this person, before you meet them, they're going through a transformation. They're trying to learn how to communicate, and then once they do figure that out, they're going to be very straightforward. They're going to be very certain about what they want, and that certainty is also going to express itself in morality. This person is going to know their values and they're going to live those values. The next card is the 5 of Swords. So I do think that your soulmate had some sort of loss in their past. They feel defeated in some way. That may have been why they went through that transformation process. And while when you meet them, their life is going to be going a lot better, in their history, they're going to have some sort of significant loss. Now, that could be something as simple as 30 days in jail for stealing. It could be flunking out of dropping out of school, like high school or college. It could be even something as ridiculous as them going on a reality TV show or reality game show and losing a competition. But there is going to be something in their past where they had a measurable loss, and it has really altered their perception of reality and the world. They are likely going to feel as if at times things can be unfair, but things are changing for them now. They are trying to make life better for themselves, but to do that, they need to start over. So I do think when you meet them, although they're going to be more settled, they're going to be more in their identity, it's going to be at the very start of that identity. So they're basically going to completely transform their life, turn over a new leaf, and really improve things for themselves. But when you meet them, it's going to be on the start of that. They're going to have had that really big change, but they're just starting it. The next card is the 9 of Pentacles. So this is a good sign that they're not going to be poor when you meet them. They are going to be financially comfortable. They're going to have a lot of interest. So because of the Swords energy in your spread, and the desire to communicate, the desire for identity, and this card, which is about really enjoying your hobbies and enjoying what you manifest and enjoying the abundance you create, I do think your soulmate is going to be either a creative or an intellectual or or a communicator. So you're really looking for someone who is a writer, an artist, some sort of public figure, like, I don't know, like a news anchor or a YouTuber, something like that. They might also be just an intellectual, like an academic, someone who's very smart. Now, when I say an academic, it could obviously mean that they work at a university, but they could be someone who didn't go to university. Remember that loss from before. And they basically found a way to do it on their own, because I do see some solitary energy in this person. I see someone who may be more introverted or reserved, someone who really enjoys spending time at home or by themselves, and they're probably looking for their other half. They're probably looking for someone who they can spend time with every day, someone who can be their other half, their partner, and not just someone that they can see occasionally. So this person is really looking for someone that they can love deeply and romantically. So what I want to do now is pull 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle to get an idea about what your life would be like with this person. So, universe, what does pile 4 need to know about pursuing a life with their soulmate? What does pile 4 need to know about their future with their soulmate? What does pile 4 need to know? Okay. So the first card is change. Being with this person is going to be a pretty big change from your current life, or perhaps even what you wanted for yourself. If you're someone who really is really attracted towards someone who is quite extroverted, you may be surprised by your initial attraction to this person. You are going to think, why do I like this person? I don't understand why I like this person who loves to read at home all the time, or something like that. You are going to be surprised. So I think you need to realize that still waters run deep with this person. What you see on the outside isn't going to be what you experience once you get to know them better. The more you get to know this person, the more you're going to realize that you have something in common with them. So while on the outside it may seem like there's a mismatch, you're actually going to find that this person brings out the best in you, and you're really going to have something that you can bond over. This person is really interested in having interest, so they probably have a lot of hobbies, and one of those hobbies or interests are something that you share, and it's going to be something you can bond over. But all the other things about this person are going to be really different and unexpected for you. But I also think it's going to be interesting. You're always going to find something new to discover about your partner. And that's going to be really interesting, because I also think your partner, because they're really interested in improving themselves, they're always going to have like new facets of their personality in a good way that you're going to get to experience the older you get with them. The next card is opportunity. Being with this person is going to give you an opportunity. And because we have the moon card here, it's an emotional opportunity. I think this person is going to bring out an emotional side of you that you've never experienced before. I think even though this person has a lot of swords energy, so they're going to be a little bit emotionally reserved, I think they're going to be very receptive to your affections. They may seem a little bit standoffish at first, but you're going to be really encouraged by how much they like when you love them. And that may sound like, oh, they're not doing enough, but I think in the past that you may have tried to love other people romantically or platonically, like with friends or family, and you felt as if they didn't appreciate your attentions. But I think this person is really going to appreciate the effort you put into the relationship, and you're going to discover things about yourself and how deeply you can love a person, because this person is going to accept that, and that's going to really embolden you to love as deeply as possible. The next card is delight. I do sense that your soulmate is someone who enjoys the finer things in life, who enjoys the nice things. The Nine of Pentacles card is a card of wealth. It is a card of comfort. Now, it's possible that this person may just be middle class or upper middle class. So they may not be super wealthy, but they have a life that is easy. They have a life that is comfortable. And when you live with them, when you have a relationship with them, you get to take part in that. I do think the opportunity here, the opportunity in the spread, isn't really a financial one. It is about getting to know this person. So what you're going to be doing with this person is getting closer, enjoying nice things in life, enjoying perhaps trips, but also enjoying your time together. You're probably going to find that your domestic life is one of bliss. It is one that's really enviable. You're probably going to have a great sex life, and your friends are going to be really jealous of what you have. They're going to look at your relationship and be like, I wish I had that. Even your wealthier friends, even your more successful friends, they're going to look at your relationship and see that it is actually quite valuable. I also think because of the happiness here, and I sense complacency, that both you and your partner are going to be very satisfied with each other. There's not going to be any cheating. There's not going to be emotions that are going to other people. You're going to be very invested in each other. You're going to be really devoted partners. And so I think one of the reasons why the universe is putting a pause on you getting together right away is that they want to make sure that your relationship with this person starts off the right foot. So even though your soulmate is a little immature and perhaps you have your own issues, this card does suggest that, once you do get together, it's going to be really easy. It's going to feel really smooth. It's not going to have a bunch of useless conflicts. You're going to have the normal, healthy conflicts in a relationship, but you're not going to have any of the scary conflicts like cheating or disease or anything like that. It's going to be something a lot more pleasant. So what I want to do now is pull 4 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle to get a general idea of any shadow sides, of any intense emotions, anything hidden that the universe wants you to know about this person or your life together. So universe, what does pile 4 need to know about their soulmate and their relationship with their soulmate? What do they need to know? What needs to be known? Okay, your first card is the masculine. So if you are a straight woman, this is a strong sign that your partner is going to be traditionally sort of like tall, dark, and handsome, right? They are going to, perhaps this is what this card means earlier, perhaps they're short and they're not quite physically fit, but when you meet them, they are going to be an Adonis. That is a strong sign with this card. It is also a sign that they are, if you're a woman, they're your other half, they're going to be more straightforward. So even though this person may be reserved, they're not reserved in a way that feels submissive. They're just a little bit quiet. They're very thoughtful and they're more action oriented. Now, if you're not interested in men, what this card means is just personality. It means that your soulmate is someone who really takes charge, who's really interested in accomplishing things, and they're really good at it, right? Like this masculine energy is very, very extroverted in an action-oriented sense, but also we know the stereotype with men, they're not very emotional. They're straight to the point. That's obviously not true with all men, but that is something to think about. Whether your soulmate is a man or a woman, they're definitely going to have really strong masculine yang energy in a very positive way. The next card is gratitude. Your relationship with this person is going to be very gratifying. It's going to be very helpful. It's possible that this person may help you out. That may be why you meet them, because they're going to have a comfortable life. They're going to be comfortable helping out other people. They may step in to help you at work at school. They may lend you money. It's possible there's someone you know already, and but you're not like really close. This would be like someone you knew in high school but weren't close friends with, and then when you get older, you reconnect and then you really bond. That could be what it's about. But however you know this person, however you come to know this person, they are going to do something for you that is going to be very kind and compassionate. You're going to be very grateful. In some cultures, in Western culture, there is this thing called the gift-giving cycle. When somebody in the West gives somebody a gift, like for their birthday or a holiday, you are expected to give them a gift in the future of equal value. And so I do sense that here. I sense that there's going to be a gift-giving cycle between you and your soulmate that is going to build your relationship, because you're going to, when you give something back, you're going to incidentally put more emotion into it, and it's just going to build and build and build. You're just going to keep doing favors for each other, and eventually you're going to realize in the course of doing all those favors and giving all those gifts that you actually really, really like each other. And this gratitude is going to continue in your established relationship. You're always going to do nice things for each other. You're going to help each other out with the chores. You're going to always be there when they need help. So even though this person has masculine energy, they're not going to be afraid to do the dishes. They're not going to be afraid to help you out if you need help with like really girly things. Their masculinity isn't toxic masculinity. They are there for you. So the third card here is the sovereignty card. This person is very dominant. This person feels very kingly. And earlier when I pulled the Justice Upright card, I do think that is a sign that your person is trending in the right direction. So even though they may have had that loss in the past, I do sense some sort of elevation. I sense that every good thing that they do since that point is going to manifest in good karma. And that good karma is going to result in a better life. And eventually they're going to be a really good example of what a person should be. So expect this person to be a social paragon. And obviously this doesn't mean that your person is really, really extroverted. This would be like if someone was a news anchor and really well respected in their community, but they're not like a party animal, right? They're respected, they're a good communicator in the future, but they aren't someone who is constantly meeting with people. They're really standing up high, sitting up high, and being very respected. All right, the fourth card here in this pile is action. This is a sign that this is going to be a very action-oriented relationship, and that can seem surprising because this person is a little bit reserved and they really enjoy spending time at home. But I do sense that this person is going to push you to do things. They're going to push you to make the best of your life, and they're going to push you to perhaps go on adventures. And it's going to be, I really just got this sense actually that it's going to be like a dance. So this person, before they meet you, they're going to be really reserved, right? They're going to be someone who is insecure about themselves, but by the time you do meet them, they're going to have overcome that. So I think that they're going to really push you to be true to yourself, to understand what your identity is, and to act it out in the world. This person is probably going to be really interested in personal development, and because of that, they are always going to push themselves to do better, but they're also going to push you to do better. So if you have bad habits, they're going to help you to overcome them, and this really action-oriented energy is going to result in you feeling like you're not a victim anymore, but that you are in control of your life. And while I do think right now you're not really ready to accept that kind of energy into your life, when you do whatever work it is that you need to do to meet your soulmate, you're still going to improve. It's not like you have to be perfect to meet your soulmate. You're still going to improve when you get older, and you're going to like that. So I think what the universe wants you to know is that whatever you need to work on to feel comfortable pursuing your soulmate, the universe doesn't think you have to get perfect. The universe just wants you to be ready to transition into meeting this person, because once you do meet this person, your life is going to get even better all the time. So just be ready for that. I think what you really need to accept in order to meet your soulmate, other than what your soulmate needs to do, is you need to be willing to enter into this relationship with your soulmate and also improve. There's just this constant improvement, constant action towards a better life. And you need to accept that you deserve to have a good life, and that you need to feel like you deserve to have a true romance. So the last thing we're going to do today is pull 3 cards from the Animal Spirit Oracle to get any last messages the universe has for you, anything else that the universe wants to send. That way you can have an idea of what to expect. So universe, what should pile 4 know about their soulmate, or any other messages that you have today? What would you like pile 4 to know? What would you like pile 4 to know? And I just got like this weird intuitive download, so it must be true for somebody. I can imagine that whoever is dating the intellectual in the spread, perhaps they did go on like Jeopardy or something, and they had prepared and studied for it for years, and then they lost, and it's like always bothered them. So now they become like this, like they like study all trivia, and they're trying to like get back on the show. Like that's a really specific example, but I think that's true for at least someone. So, but you can see what I mean by this person being very action oriented. They don't take failure lying down. They want to try to improve their life and try to right wrongs. So the first card from the Animal Spirit Oracle is the Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. So I do sense that your relationship with your soulmate is one of abundance, one of ease, and I think that's always going to be true. So even if you and your soulmate, like you just have like a normal middle class jobs, you're probably not going to live in a really expensive area. You're going to live in an area where you're going to be financially comfortable. So you're always going to live below your means. That way you can have some spending money. But this always enough could be a sign that you're always going to have enough friends. You're always going to have enough of whatever it is you want. You're not going to feel lack. You're always going to feel as if things are moving along as they should. And so even though there is this action card, even though this person is trying to right wrongs, I don't think you or your partner feels as if you're living a failure or feel as if you're trying to improve because your life is bad. I think you're just trying to improve because you like your current life and you would like more of that life. So the second card here is the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So I think the universe is going to push you and your soulmate together. I think the universe is going to intervene. There is likely going to be a meet cute. A meet cute is like this strange meeting where you meet somebody that you're instantly attracted to, and it either leads to a romantic interaction right away or to a love story. So you're going to have a memorable first meeting with this person or a memorable reconnection. So if you knew this person in the past, when you meet them in the future, when you reconnect with them, there's just going to be a memorable moment for when you knew that you were soulmates. So when you meet this person, you're going to know that there's a connection there. It's not going to be like you just suddenly discover like 3 months into dating someone that you were meant to be. This is like when you meet someone the first time, like on a first date, you know that person is going to be the one you marry. So there's going to be certainty very early on. And I think that's partly because your partner, when you meet them, is very sure of themselves, and you would have done whatever work you needed to do to be in a good place. So once you and your partner meet, you are ready. You may find that things move along quite quickly, that action energy. You may find that you get married sooner than other couples if you decide to get married, or that you move in together, or that you become exclusive a lot sooner. So be open to a time frame that is a little bit uncommon and is faster than is normal for your community. The last card today is the Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. This is a sign that you and your partner, you and your soulmate are partners. You could be working together, or you could be really like splitting things 50-50. So for some in this pile, it is a sign that you either own a business together or that you work at the same place, but it could also be a sign that you fairly delegate responsibilities. So this would be like if somebody had a job and someone was staying at home, or everybody splits the household duties 50-50, but you're going to feel as if everything is really fair and that you and your soulmate truly are partners, you are equals, and you are trying to work towards the same thing. So you are probably going to have really good heart-to-heart discussions with your soulmate about your future life together, about your future plans, and you're going to be very certain about what you want. This isn't going to be like where one partner wants to live in the city and one partner wants to live in the country. You and your soulmate are going to be on the same page about whatever it is. Now, there might be some compromises when it comes to all of these collaborations, but they're going to be happy compromises. You are going to be very satisfied and they're going to be satisfied. There's not going to be any regrets. So pile 4, I really am excited about this soulmate for you. They're not quite ready to meet you, but they're getting there, and you're also doing whatever improvement you need. And the good news is that once you meet, things are going to go super, super fast. So don't feel as if you're losing time by waiting for your partner. If you resonated with this reading, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. You can also go down into the pinned comment or the description for links to my socials, or a link to Ko-Fi to tip if you would like to support future readings. Otherwise, pile 4, I'm really glad I could do this reading with you today, and I really look forward to your love story. I can't wait to see you again.